Thank you guys for sharing that space. It was beautiful, and I could feel all of you so much. Like I have goosebumps everywhere. Oh, hi, Susan. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Sherry. So I'm going to start with the cards that I pulled. They're from a different deck, which is weird because I'm always loyal to the one. But the first one was from the Mystic Shaman Oracle, and it's the card of the Beloved, which is kind of why I chose that song, because for me, it's all about giving out the heart space and connecting. But this card says, the Beloved is the recognition of spirit in another and moving towards spirit through the other. It is when the divine appears to us in the form of our child, our partner, our friend, and we experience being in love. And as we grow, we start to recognize the beloved in everyone, not confusing their personality with the divine nature. And then the second card I pulled from the Sacred Rebels deck, and it is softly, softly, the tender touch. And this one, the feminine wisdom of gentleness can assist you now. When we are at the point in life where we want to attain greater things, but don't necessarily have the proportionally greater supply of energy at our disposal, it is time to work smarter rather than harder. This is the way of the feminine wisdom. However, the culture ignorance of the feminine way currently prevails. We are generally taught that the more force we use, the more we try to make things happen, the more we will achieve. The feminine way is not about force, nor is it about driving, striving, pushing, or grabbing at what we can in order to create. It is about inviting what we wish for to come into the space we have provided for it, internally and in our lives. The method cultivates more energy, causes less stress, and attracts what is desired. It is manifestation by invitation rather than by will or force. So those are the energies of the day. And if anyone wants to say anything about that, just let me know. But I was starting earlier, I said that I've been feeling a lot of energy around denseness. And it's funny, like in ceremony a few weeks ago, our shaman called it trickster energy. For me, it's been coming up a lot. And in that vein, I also have been getting the message that we're not ready to move forward in any lessons, because the thing is we are only as protected as our weakest link. And by that, I mean, we can hold space together, but if there is a door open in one of us that is not strong enough to hold it, meaning you don't have your support team holding that space, the energy is going to come through that space and infiltrate all of us. And this is the bad part, I have a fear, because dense energy brings fear, that that's going to happen if we aren't all on the same page with protecting our energy. So for me, this happened this week, and it was the darkest energy I've ever experienced. And it came through my mom, which is crazy. But I realized that there was an open door there that she didn't, even though she kind of knows what I'm doing, she knows about protection, she doesn't take it obviously as seriously as I do. And when spirit is looking for an entryway, it will find the weakest link to get in. And in this case, it was a group text, which a group text is an energy portal. So our group text is an energy portal. And if there are any open windows or doors in that energy portal, you can believe that it will come in. So that is why I've been putting so much importance on us really helping each other create these prayers. And I want to spend the time today to go through each person's, because it's not about that I'm being like a teacher. It's more of, I want you to understand the importance of this prayer. It can be in your own words, in your own way, but you need to know you are not able to hold the space yourself. That is why we got those animal spirits and why we got our sacred sites, to help assist you in holding that energy. And as I was saying earlier, something is shifting where they're being more brazen about coming in. It's not just the normal, like you can sense someone's energy is a little bit weird. No, they're like really like diving at me right now. And I think a lot of that is to do with what the change is coming up so quickly that they're like throwing everything at the wall right now. Okay. And there's no fear around it because we're strong enough to hold it. It's just, we have to protect it. We have to protect the energy that we're creating. So I'm excited about that because I know that all of us can do it. And I know we all have such big hearts to hold that. So I'm just going to go in order, and it's going to be Tiffany and Ashton. So it looks like Ashton because you're in the first seat.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Are we starting now?
Yeah, we're starting now.
Reading my prayer. Okay.
Wait, one other thing I'm going to say really quick is in the chat, I'm going to add Anne's link to where we can add in. She's creating a spreadsheet of where everybody can put in their animals and their sacred sites. And on the third tab, you can actually add in your gifts as well. I think the purpose of this is to know, are we working with the same allies? Some of us will be. And then that could be a connection or a thread that's connecting you to that person's energy to be an ally for you in this time and space. So I just put it in the chat. And if you haven't already entered yours, please enter it there.
I haven't.
Okay.
She has to.
Ashton?
Okay. All right. So I took a lot of inspiration from yours, but it is also very different. Just felt the need to say that. I know that our prayers kind of work for us, and at the same time, I still am very nervous about this for some reason, but
that's exactly the point. Like, I'm terrified when I read it too, because it's a lot of energy, you know, and that's why I think we have to get used to it. So yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So from the winds of the north, ground me, protect me, wrap me in your branches and teach me wisdom in your ancient magical ways. Great deer be with me, breeds wells in Ireland, I am with you. From the winds of the south and of fiery creation, protect me, cleanse me of that which hinders me, which harms me, which leads me astray. Give me courage and faith in my being. Great snake be with me, wild plains of Oklahoma, I am with you. From the winds of the east, give me clarity of sight and lightness of spirit. Carry me, sorry, I couldn't read my handwriting. Carry me through your realm with ease and allow room in my soul to create. Expand my being and let me see anew. Great dragon be with me. Vast creation within the forests, I am with you. From the winds of the west, which brings me enlightenment, pull me closer to the divine. Let me live with peace within the truth. Transform old habits, pains, and patterns into nourishment for my expansion. Great panther be with me. Enlightening mountains in Colorado, I am with you. Great deer of the north, snake of the south, dragon of the east, and panther of the west, be with me when I need you. Breed, be with me as I am with you. Kronos, be with me as I am with you. Guide me, protect me, give me clarity of mind and sight, and allow the divine to flow through me. Thank you all for all you have done for me, friends, and allow me to help you where I can. That's that.
So there's one, so you need to pull in Mother Earth. I know you did in each direction, but you want to honor all of the animals and creatures into Mother Earth, and then you want to also honor the Father, Son, the star nations. I want you to know that we're pulling from the earth, we're pulling from the ethers. And then I asked, because you didn't go in order, and it doesn't matter where you enter, but I was like, is it okay that she's going from, and they said yes. So I love that you did that.
That's how I do it. Yeah.
I love that. But yeah, I would say it was amazing. I mean,
thank you.
Beautiful. But yeah, just work on the grounding portion and also the pulling in this Father, Son, Grandmother, Moon, and making it like you know that they're holding you in this third dimension.
Mhm.
Okay. I know that's perfect. It's so beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks.
Tiffany.
Okay, so I was frantically trying to finish mine because I had it done. And then something told me today that mine was not right for me.
Okay.
And so I went back and was rewriting it, and I've got most of it, so I'll read what I've got. And then my husband said, why are you, this is supposed to be enjoyable for you and you're stressing out. And so I took a deep breath and went into meditation, and I feel like I have so many of the animals coming through, and I'm getting all different frequencies than I was even last week or the week before. So I am going to rework some of mine, but I'll tell you the part I have finished.
Okay.
And I'm sorry if I'm holding anybody else back.
What do you mean?
That's her biggest worry. She thinks that she's
Oh,
Behind.
hindering you guys.
no. And let me tell you, I don't check in with like I check in with myself. Are we ready to move forward? And they were like, no, we're not ready yet. So it's not
Okay.
you, it's just the energy.
Right. So I gave my husband a big hug and I said, thank you. I really needed that. I needed the pressure off of me, and to know that I need to change some of this because it wasn't me. So I'll tell you what I have that is me. Okay.
Okay.
To the winds of the south and the great fires of transformation come. Show me how to use the fire that's within me to burn away that which no longer serves me. Guide me as I embrace my love and my light and share it with this world. Humpway, humpway, humpway. Mighty wolf, Native American lands of Eufaula, come. Teach me to value and nurture myself. Lead me in standing my ground and restore the peace among us all.
God, I'm gonna cry. Are you kidding me?
To the winds of the west and the waters of the earth, come. Show me how to fluidly move through my emotions and not fear them, to connect bravely to the sacred essence and knowledge that lies within me, to always remember that life never ends. Grand tortoise and the turquoise waters of Negril, come. Lead me in a dance with you to awaken my own force and my true joy. Aho. North. To the winds of the north and the fertile element of earth, come. Ancestors that have walked before me, guide me with your wisdom. Help me to always live a spiritual life. And then that's where I stopped because I was stressing out too much about it.
Well, you are definitely on the right track. I mean, I got emotional, especially in the South and the Native American lands. Oh, yeah. So
Okay.
just keep going. And I love that you're pulling in your ancestry, like that's what makes it even more deeply personal.
Well, that's what okay. So the first time I have the whole prayer done, and then I read it back and I thought,
I think she wrote 2.
I have it done like 10 times. And then I read it back and I thought, this isn't pulling in me. I wanted to speak from my ancestral past and of the places that nurture me and why. And I need to add some more of my animals, because we'll get to this, but they're coming in crazily. Is that even a word?
I don't know. Can you say it's like a spiritual stampede?
Yeah, here we go.
Well, one thing I know, like Tiffany, for you, you have such a rich ancestry that you know of, right? Which is not common. Like a lot of people don't know the lands that they're connected to. So when I am feeling into your prayer, that feels so right for you, because why else would you know these parts of yourself or these facets of yourself if it weren't to heal them?
Right.
So yeah, I think, and then with all the animals, I mean, we are allowed to have more than one animal per direction.
I'm not going to pull in a whole bunch more. It wasn't like that. It's more like, I know that that's I know that comes through me, that I can feel everyone else's. So it's more of pulling the animal kingdom in general as a part of my prayer somewhere.
Well, that's why when we do the Mother Earth, we ask for the healing of the stone people, the plant people, the four-legged, the two-legged.
Mhm.
We are incorporating everyone in that part of it. So
Right.
when you do it per direction, you want your ally, the one that is holding that direction.
And that's what I need to fill into, because I have several.
I know.
And some of them come like my wolf. I know he's a grand presence. And the tortoise, I know he is as well. So I've just got to work with my others and whittle it down a little bit.
And I mean, I do love that this is supposed to be fun. I'm not trying to make it, I had a week to do this. Like when in my course, like literally we had 1 week and that was it.
Yeah.
And actually it was a week to find the sacred animals and do the prayer. So I want you to know, like, this is supposed to be fun, but also don't be so attached to it will not change once you create it, because it's going to evolve with you. Okay. So yeah, don't be so hard on yourself to have it perfect right away. You just want to cover your bases. Yeah. And you want to know that you're protected in that energy. And then as you go through it, like, and as you move through your journey, you'll know that there are different energies pulling you to add them in. And that's okay too.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing, you guys. And sorry about the dogs. I'm going to go on mute, and Marta, you're next. And if you guys, I don't know if everyone was here when Marta joined, but she is coming to us from the UK. I've been like working with her on the side because she could not meet with us during the time that we used to have. It's midnight for her right now. She's making it work, but she has her animal, she has her prayer and her site. So I'm going to mute now.
So I pretty much followed the pattern you said for us. Okay. To the winds of the south and the great fires of transformation, come, show me what it is to shed my past, to let it go completely and step freely into my path of beauty. Great spider, Machu Picchu, humper, humper, humper. Teach me what it is to embrace my light through understanding power and beauty of my shadow self. What it is to transmute dark of yesterday into light of today. To the winds of the west and the water of the earth, come, show me what it is to embody fluidity of my emotions. Show me what it is to be fearless. Protect this medicine space. Show me the way beyond that. Great cat, Yasnagura mountain, humper, humper, humper. Teach me what it is to love myself completely and share myself with others wisely. Teach me to trust my emotions and intuition. To the winds of the north and the fertile element of earth, come, ancestors, grandmothers, grandfathers, ancient ones, show us the magical, mythical journey possible here upon the earth. Great dragon, Ślęża Góra mountain, humper, humper, humper. Teach me what it is to find the treasure of wisdom, power, and beauty within to reach my true potential. Teach me what it is to find my voice to be heard and understood. To the winds of the east and the element of air, come. Show me what it is to live from the place of rising sun. Show me what it is to live with impeccable vision for life. Show me the big picture and how to anchor it in my life. Great gazelle, pyramids of Giza, humper, humper, humper. Teach me what it is to shed my fears and understand that I have everything what it takes to overcome any obstacles in my life. Teach me to live in the moment and enjoy beauty of life. Teach me to trust my intuition and let it guide me in my life. Mother Earth, my sweet Pachamama, we gather here for the healing of all your children, the stone people, the plant people, the four-legged and two-legged, the creepy crawlers, the fiend, the winged one, all our relations.
Beautiful, and I love your accent. It was like magic. The only thing I would just suggest is adding in the father, son, grandmother, moon at the end. That
Okay, I think just missed that part. Yeah.
it's okay. It was perfect, perfect. And you know, like in all of these, we can hear what needs healing in each of us, and I think that is the magic. You know, like sharing that and honoring, like witnessing it in each other is like it's perfect. Thank you, Marta. Kat, you're next.
Hi, everyone. I'm a little bit like Tiffany. I've got Noah's Ark going on. I have written so many different ones, and I've got like more than 8 animals, I guess, and I've got more than 8 places, and I also wanted to bring in some angels. I'm not sure if that was acceptable, but Anne said at one stage you can have whatever you want. And Anne also said one time that if you have heaps of animals, just keep them because they're here to teach you something. So I was going to put like 2 animals in the north and 2 in the east and the south, and then I was going to put my angels and then my places, but I haven't actually got to writing as much as what you guys have. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hold everyone back.
Do you have any part you want to share with us? Or
I think I might just keep it until I put it into something more digestible.
okay, so next time I'm writing a note that you'll be ready to share.
Yes, absolutely. And Tiffany's going to help me with my animals, I think. And and I was going to ask Anne as well to help me with the angel part. Oh, also I just requested access to that from Anne because I haven't got access to that link.
Oh, okay. She's driving back from, I think they went to Tennessee, so she's in the car right now, so she's not gonna be able to call in, I don't think.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm sure she'll give you access
next time.
Well, Kat, I'm just so happy to have you here. So
thank you. I'm so happy to be here, everyone. So nice to see you all and feel you all. Yeah. And thank you, Aisha, for working your magic to get us all together, because this is awesome fun.
It really is so nice to like see everyone. Kat, I don't think I've only maybe seen you once, which is crazy. So I agree. It's so nice to see everyone.
Thank you. It's great.
April, your turn.
Oh gosh. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? You can. Okay, I see some heads nodding. Okay, cool. Let me pull up my prayer here. To the winds of the south and the great fires of transformation, come. Show me what it is to be thankful for my past and to step into my own power in the present with poise. Great black jaguar and white Pegasus, Apu Giza, angel Agapanthus, Humpwe, Humpwe, Humpwe. Teach me that it is safe to be myself, safe to be powerful, safe to transform, safe to play. To the winds of the west and the water of the earth, come. Show me what it is to embody the fluidity and power of my emotions. Show me what it is to be fearless. Protect this medicine space. Show me the way beyond death. Great dragon, Apu lighthouse reef, angel rose, Humpwe, Humpwe, Humpwe. Teach me what it is to guard the places where thoughts become things, and to surrender to the perfection of things as they are. To the winds of the north and the fertile element of earth, come. Ancestors, grandmothers, grandfathers, ancient ones, show me the magical, mythical journey possible here upon the earth. Great wolf, Apu, Aurora Borealis, angel pine, Humpway, Humpway, Humpway. Teach me what it is to be part of a lineage, a community, to feel supported, to channel ancient wisdom, and to find the awe and joy in taking human form. To the winds of the east and the element of air, come. Show me what it is to live from the place of the rising sun and to rest in the promise of light even after the darkest of night. Show me what it is to live with impeccable vision for life. Show me the big picture and how to anchor that in my life. Great hummingbird, Apu Troltunga, angel daisy, Humpway, Humpway, Humpway. Great hummingbird, teach me what it is to be a living sunbeam, to be fierce and fearless, an expert in defense against the black art as I enforce boundaries and find balance. Thank you for showing me the sweet places of life so that I can return again and again to renew my strength. Mother Earth, my sweet, sweet mother, we've gathered for the healing of all your children, the stone people, the plant people, the four-legged, the two-legged, the creepy crawlers, the finned, the furred, the winged ones, all our relations. Father Sun, Grandmother Moon, Star Nation, Great Spirit, you who are known by 1,000 names and you who are the unnameable ones, thank you for bringing us together and allowing us to sing the song of life. Cosmic Father Time, Cosmic Mother Space, Aho.
That was beautiful, April. Really beautiful. Again, I'm just like, I feel like we're witnessing each other's wounds and the things that we're calling in, you know, and the things that we are asking for assistance with, which it brings with it vulnerability, which I think is the point of this, right? Is knowing we're not perfect, but we're here to learn and grow with each other. And I really appreciate everybody sharing that. Thank you. Aisha, you're next.
I don't have mine done yet, so I'm one of those ones holding us back. I'm sorry, everyone. This is actually a really good, like, it's in my head. I just haven't had the time to sit down or created the time to sit down. I have all my directions and my animals, and I know what each direction represents to me. I just need to really like open that space for myself and get this done. So yes, put me on the list, please, for next week. And I promise to be done next week.
I love that we feel like we're being scolded. But I think everything happens in the time that it's supposed to, and we're in Mercury retrograde, so you know, we're just flowing. We're just letting it back up if it needs to. Sherry?
Okay. I get really nervous when it's my turn. I have a question before I start. Why is it called grandmother moon? I've seen it in other places called sister moon. Is there a difference?
Good question. Well, we have this, the moon is like the most nurturing nature that is in our solar system. So that's why I was taught that it's the grandmother moon. I would say that it's not our sister personally, but I would say also feel into what you feel called to say and what you identify it as. Like, to me, it feels like ancient wisdom. And that's why I believe that we call it grandmother. But again, this is all just a guideline. So I want you guys to feel into what is yours.
Okay, I'll read what I wrote, and I think I left off one part of the creepy crawlers, so tell me if I need that at the end. Okay, to the winds of the south, the element of fire, you give warmth and lead us toward change and growth. Show me what it means to fear nothing and be at one with silence. Great tiger, come. Heal my spirit and teach me to awaken my inner power. To the winds of the west, the element of water, you give creativity and lead us toward emotional expression. Show me how to work on the level of spirit and feel into my own power. Great dolphin, come. Teach me to be a healer of the light. To the winds of the north, the element of earth, you provide roots and lead us toward blissful cleansing. Show me how to grow by releasing doubt and to better express my emotions. Great flamingo, come. Teach me patience and how to nourish my soul through joy. To the winds of the east, the element of air, you provide light from the sun and lead us toward seeking truth. Show me how to stay grounded and be resilient. Great eagle, come. Teach me to shine as my best and brightest self and to see with great precision. Mother Earth, Gaia, Pachamama, I hear the echoes of your voice in Brother Wind as he blows from all corners and directions. We have gathered for the healing of all your children. Along with Father, Son, and Sister Moon, I bow to you now and ask for healing beyond all space and time. I offer all my prayers to thee, my respect and gratitude, and an oath to protect and honor you. You are Mother Earth, and I am your child, and so it is.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Did I miss the creepy crawlers?
Again, it's just a guideline. That's the guideline that I was given. I think it's each individual and it should be so individual. So, I mean, obviously you felt into it very deeply. And I think that there's not that something's missing. You know, if I feel like you don't honor like a full section, then I'll say it. But otherwise, like the nuances, you added a lot, you know, so honor that in you.
Okay, thank you. I used a lot of inspiration from Tiffany. Thank you, thank you. And from Gabrielle, thank you. And I used a little internet too, and my heart.
Good. However you have to get it done, it's perfect.
Thank you.
Susan, I'm so happy to see you today.
Hi, nice to see everyone. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I almost didn't make it and I've been like super stressed out because I only had like this last half hour to like play your podcast really quick on like 2 times the time. And then I was writing it down and then I was like, oh my God, I'm like the worst student ever because I'm just gonna not have it with me. So having said that, I did write it down, but I wrote yours. And then as I'm listening to everybody else's, I'm getting a lot of inspiration of like what I need to do, like tweak it to my own, because it didn't really sound like mine. But I have my animals, I have my places, and I pretty much like have 50% of it written down, but I'll do it next week. I mean, the next time for sure, put me down, and I'm really sorry, but it's better if I just do it right than just give you something. So, and I'm surrounded by like 17 crows. So I'm sorry. And my internet went down just all of a sudden. So I'm definitely needing protection, or I have a lot of spiritual stuff going on right now. So it's a little bit wacky and weird right now. Sorry.
I mean, well, that's probably also calling you to sit down and create this for yourself, right?
Yeah, no, I definitely feel the call. I just had work until 3, so I had like half hour to eat, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. But I'm definitely gonna do it because I need. This morning, I felt the energy that you were talking about, so I definitely need more protection. Even though I do a million things, I'm like, one more thing wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good.
Like especially with the Akashic records, I know there's a prayer going into, but it's very minimal and it's not holding all corners of your existence. So I always say the opening prayer and then that on top of it as like
yeah. And then they also have one so that we don't have like other energies intercepting us. And I think that's really beautiful as well. So I guess I'm like whole bunch of prayers right before I do all this
Yeah.
stuff. And then I have all the crows around me going nuts. So I have a lot of crow energy going on right this minute. They were silent for like a whole week and they just showed up right when we started our meeting.
It's
So
the energy.
yeah, it's the
Like,
energy and
"Perfect you."
something's moving here and I've got footprints there. So there's just stuff going around here. I've got Bigfoot footprint. So crazy. Tiffany, I totally feel you. So there's a lot of weird stuff, a lot of energy, and I'm just like, what the heck? I need to write this prayer. So it's good. It's all good stuff. It's just like I need to like learn how to manage everything all at once because it's coming at me like in a lot of directions. So
Well, I think it's actually interesting that you said you have Bigfoot too, because again, they're, from what I understand, they're actually protected energy and they
Yeah.
help protection. But look at all these things that are coming in to protect right now. There's a reason for it. Something's shifting. And it's
yeah,
like I'm feeling it like the denseness is just, like I said, just throwing things out there just to try to see if it can affect anyone, because it's almost like the last effort in some way.
I totally agree with that. Yeah, I wake up with beetles around me. So I know when I feel that, I see the beetles, I know that there's some energy that's trying to get into like this little space I have. And then I haven't slept for a couple nights, like with the moon. And there was a lot of energy there too. So it's been a lot. But I think, yeah, Bigfoot, like that footprint feels very protective. All the crows are my protection. And then I have the beetles are a big thing right now. Just like this whole week has been beetles everywhere. So it's been good. But I will have the prayer next week. I'm sorry, but
No,
it'll
don't,
be done.
guys, don't apologize. It's not me.
I mean, I feel like Tiffany, I think she just, I felt like she was reading my script that I wrote. I was just nervous and I felt homework and I'm like, oh, good. I'm glad she's talking about it because that's me and Kat too. So I'm like, yay.
I mean, I would hope that we're all ready to move together when it's time to move, but I just, like, I tuned in, I think this weekend and I said, should I be sharing something new? And they said, no. So it doesn't matter who it's, and if we're not all ready, we're not ready, and that's okay. And in the meantime, the people that do have it, just keep practicing it. Like I know Marta said she's opening hers up every day. Just open it up. Even if you're not doing spiritual work, just know what it feels like to have that protection around you every day. And it just becomes like a second nature. And people say too, if you do spiritual work and you work with many clients, you can just open it up in the morning and then close it at the end of your day. Some people keep it open for the whole week and will close it on a Friday if that's the day they stop working. So the point is to get used to the vibration of that help around you.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I need. So it's beautiful. Thank you.
Andrea, so happy to have you.
Well, I'm happy to be here. Today was a little crazy. Can everybody hear me? Yes, okay. Yeah, I had a power outage, so I didn't have internet all day. I just came back like 3 hours ago. But I do have my prayer, so I'm just gonna get my camera off just in case I get emotional. And okay. To the winds of the south and the great fires of transformation, come, show me what it is to shed my past, to let it go completely, and to step freely into my path of beauty. Great lion, Western gods, come. Teach me what it is to have the courage and strength to let go of my fears and release what no longer serves me. Teach me how to let go of all my human expectations and desires. To the winds of the west and the water of the earth, come. Show me what it is to embody the fluidity and power of my emotions. Show me what it is to be fearless, protect this medicine space. Show me the way beyond death. Great tiger, dragon's blood forest, come. Teach me what it is to live in my life purpose and embody my power. Teach me to stay fearless, always grounded in the present moment. To the winds of the north and the fertile element of earth, come. Ancestors, grandmothers, grandfathers, ancient ones, show us the magical, mythical journey possible here upon the earth. Great ladybug, Mount Washington, come. Teach me how to go through this spiritual transformation with ease and lightness. Teach me what it is to act as a bridge between earth and celestial energies. Teach me what it is to follow the path, to connect with the divine so I can find the true source of happiness and share it with others. To the winds of the east and the element of air, come. Show me what it is to live from the place of the rising sun. Show me what it is to live with impeccable vision for life. Show me the big picture and how to anchor that in my life. Great white swan, flume. Sorry, guys, my dog is like driving me crazy right now. Great white swan, flume gorgy, come. Teach me how to expand and live within my feminine intuition and full awareness. Show me what it is to learn new ways of thinking. Guide me through this new life path and spiritual growth. Teach me what it is to continue in this path with inner grace, beauty, and flow. Mother Earth, my sweet mother Gaia, we've gathered for the healing of all of you children. The stone people, the plant people, the four-legged, the two-legged, the creepy crawlers, the finned, the furred, the winged ones, all of our relations. Father, son, grandmother, moon, star nations, great spirit. You who are known by 1,000 names and you who are unnameable ones. Thank you for bringing us together and allowing us to sing the song of life. Cosmic Father Time, Cosmic Mother Space, Aho. That's that. And obviously my dog growling at me in the background.
I thought someone else, I was like, who's not on mute?
Oh, man.
That was beautiful, Andrea. Thank you so much. Really.
Thank you.
I feel like each of these like feeds, I mean, it feels like for me, it's feeding me in my heart to hear these. So I just want to say thank you for that, you know, and for being vulnerable to feed all of us with your energy, especially when it's coming from that place of the heart. And you're not even. Okay, so that's the business side of today. What else do you guys want to chat about? I feel like it's been like kind of forever, but kind of not forever. And that was really the only thing that I had that we needed to start talking about and start moving that energy through. So what do you guys
I just want to say yay, yay, yay for Kat. Kat has her own place.
Yes. And thank you for the tour that you gave us. It's beautiful.
Thanks for all your love and prayers, guys. I'm so delighted. I'm looking at this beautiful big tree out the front. I've got a little playground at the front of my new house. Got this little 1-bedroom place. I moved out of my parents. Yes. And it's so incredible. I used to go down the river and I was meditating with these crystals. Like I would hold them or I would sit on them. And I worked out that I was sitting down the river directly north. And I know that that's like on a line, you know, like a, what do we, ley line? And I've worked out that this tree is directly south. And I'm like, oh my God, that's my tree. It's just so meant to be. So super happy. Thank you for all your prayers. You guys brought me a house. Thanks.
You brought it to yourself, Kat. We didn't bring you. We just
I actually have a question. My girlfriends have sent me some mushrooms to microdose. Do you think I should have one today, right now?
Sorry, my dogs are barking, but what time is it there?
But 10 o'clock in the morning.
Then I would say it's a good time. But actually last night I was such synchronicities. Another friend of mine was talking about mushrooms and I had a conversation with the person that I get them from, and he ends up telling me that he started microdosing before he went to bed, a half an hour before he went to sleep. So I tried it last night. Penny! Sorry. And it was beautiful. the dreams that I had were way more vivid, and it felt like, sorry, more energetic. At one point I felt like I was going into like the delta and theta stages, but I was asleep, but I was conscious enough to understand I was going deeper into the levels. And then someone whispered into my ear, physical ear, and that pulled me out of it. And I was like, okay, are you here? You know, like, go ahead, talk to me. And it sounded so feminine, but there was nothing, like it ended there. And I think like too, why did it pull me out of this amazing dream? So I would say yes. And also understand that the microdose, which I think is is it 0.1 grams? And I'm going to say this because I've had many people tell me it's so subtle. You guys are not going to feel anything like shifting. And the point is that you slowly go up to a point where you feel a slight shift, but there really isn't something that happens that changes you. You know, it's almost like more heart expanding, more, you're more in flow with your emotions in that way. I feel, but yeah, I would say try.
One and then go and sit by my new tree and write my
Yes. Yeah.
Is that a yes from everyone? Everyone's shaking their head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do it.
And I have heard what one of my friends that also microdoses, she said it really puts her into the flow state of writing. So I'm not a big writer, but she said she loves doing microdosing and then writing.
Awesome.
So I would say yes. And I think it takes about a half an hour before they kick in. So yeah, not very long.
Can I ask how Sherry is?
Yeah.
How you doing, girl?
I'm doing well, thank you. I just wanted to, I guess, say thank you to everybody. It's so nice to have someone just to say things to. And when that happened with my dog, and I was like, who do I tell? Who will understand me? And I was like, it's the tribe. And I said, thank you. Please pray for me. Thank you. And it really helped. It helped get through the day. So it was awesome. Thank you for everybody.
And how are you doing with your transition? Because I see you're in a motorhome.
Oh, I know. No, we have been working things out, and we made a decision that my husband and I are going to leave the house. So we are going to move out, and the kids will stay here, and we are going to have like a restart. So I'm excited for it because I never stopped loving them. You know, it was just a different thing going on. So I'm excited, anxious to get out. We're looking for a place now, hopefully found one. So new things on the horizon. The other night when I was laying with my dog, I drifted off to sleep and I woke up with a vibration. So, and this was the second time that it happened. I don't know if it's the same as yours, Chi, but my vibration was in the root chakra this time, and in the previous one it was in the front, so I think it was probably my sacral chakra. But it just happened real quick, like 15 seconds, but like it woke me up because I was actually vibrating. So I thought that was very interesting, so I'm really interested to see if it happens again and why.
Well, I mean, like what I feel is it's moving energy. And especially when you're saying that you're ready to move, especially that you put out the energy of change and look at the change that's come. It doesn't show up like you thought it would, right? It didn't happen in a divorce. It surprised you.
Mm-hmm.
And shaking up that root is your grounding, your security, shaking up your home. Like it feels like that's the alignment. And it's like getting that energy out so that you can expand.
I'm actually looking at your chart right now because I'm doing your reading on Thursday and I'm so excited, but I can see this in your chart too. So like, it'll be really good and fun and hopefully like eye-opening to get that perspective on it, especially since like, yeah, this big shift is happening for you, but you have a lot of cardinal fixed energy, not a ton of like what you're moving towards is like mutable energy and like the kind of get up and the change and the go. So yeah, it'll be cool to do your chart. It feels like timing might be really good for it. So
That's what I say. Nothing happens that it's not supposed to. Thank
But
you.
look at this, you guys. She's an example for everyone. She took the step, and all it is the step forward that brings all of this change. I mean, I think I talked about that, but literally, we don't know how things are going to turn out, but it's the forward motion that gets everyone around you to move. And you don't know what the magic that's going to come. And even if it's scary as hell, like she did it, and that's what's moving her forward. So, Sherry.
Thank you, everybody.
What else is everyone going through this week? Isha, do you want to talk? You're laughing, so I'm going to put you on the spot.
I don't even know what to say. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about this whole thing.
Well, let's start where we were last time, was that you felt stuck. That's, I think, a good place to start.
I knew for a long time I had a big, like, yeah, my like lower 3 chakras, my solar plexus was just like this ball of energy, or like it felt like lead. It was just, for a long time, I just couldn't move it. And I shared that on our last chat. And then right after the chat, I went for a walk and I listened to the latest podcast about, you know, people like holding the sun. And I was like, I had to pause it and like almost had a panic attack, because it's like, I want to be here and I've been working on it, but the energy is like down here for me. And I was like, I just can't. I texted Gabrielle. I was like, I need your help. So last week we did a session, and I'm now feel like a completely different person. Definitely we moved that energy. But I truly feel like a different person, or like a different soul is in my body. And so it's been like not quite a week. And right now I'm just sitting with this, what I feel is new energy. So that's why I'm like, I don't know what to say, because on one hand, I feel more aligned with my higher self, like guided personality. It's like feels merged, and my intuition, it's just, it feels so powerful, and the guidance and everything. But then on the other hand, like I've had moments where I've literally looked at myself in the mirror and I don't know, I feel like I don't recognize that person, and that's scary. And then when we bring in the aspect of like dense energies affecting us, when you're like looking at yourself and you really are having trouble like recognizing yourself, it feels like a bit scary, in the sense that I'm like, well, is something attached to me? I've always felt like such a well-protected soul, and with this shift, I'm just getting to know my energy again, or in a new way. And so a few things that I feel like I'm being very vague.
You are, but it's, yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel vague. So I'm just kind of being this week and trying to like sit with this like shift in energy in me and understand where it wants to take me, because I'm definitely following everything. But yeah, I'm like getting to know myself again on an energetic, spiritual level, if that makes sense to anyone. Is there anything else I should say to make that more
You can't ask me.
I know, like help me out here.
The thing I would say is that, like in her case, she knew something was not moving, right? Like she had that pressure there that was like holding on and would not let go, and that brought up anxiety. And for me, I feel like, I don't know if you guys remember, but I said, hey, if you want to work together, just let me know. I said that to her because I could feel that she was struggling with it. But the truth is, like, what moved in her was already there. It just wasn't grounded. So when you ground that energy and move it through someone, it changes everything. And that's why this work is not for people unless you're ready for it. And I would say to you, you were ready, or else it wouldn't have happened, right? Now, the aftermath is like an evolution. And I think that it's always changing, and we are all here to evolve, you know, and go deeper into every facet of you, no matter what part of you wants to be expressed. I think that's, I mean, I don't want to say exactly what happened, because I feel like labels are not the best thing in this life. And it means something so different for each person.
Yeah, I think it's the labeling of things has been a big thing for me, and the seeking for answers outside of myself. I was already on this path of like, I want to stop looking. I want to stop reading. Like, I have 50 books beside my bed all the time. And so now that the shift has happened, I just completely want to stop searching. I just want to go internal. But what we think happened, or what we feel happened, or what we know happened, I guess, it's weird to say, but we think it was like a walk-in situation, and what Gabrielle was able to like move in me just felt like this like complete, like, I know that there's been a shift happening, and now that everything came together after that session, it feels like this complete like 100% download, or whatever you would call it. So that's why I literally woke up feeling like I feel like a different person. And that's why I'm having, yeah, it's like I'm looking in the mirror, I'm not quite recognizing myself. I have this addiction to green tea. I'm drinking green tea all day. Like, my appetite has changed. I don't really have much of an appetite for the past week. And I'm even a little bit like, not feeling like I want to take a family trip home at the time being. Like, my priorities are shifting like that. So it's just an interesting getting to know myself situation that I'm in this week. And that's why it's weird. And I don't know like what to say about it, but yeah, it's just good to be here and be in this space too, and hear other people say also that they're, you know, open, feeling dense energies. So I'm definitely feeling like this new energy isn't maybe more open, but I'm feeling that, you know? So, yeah.
I mean, I would say for sure you're listening to yourself. For me, when that awareness came into me, I knew I had to slow down and go in. And I think that's what you're feeling. And yeah, it's almost, imagine like if you did a dieta of Sananga and then you went to a party. It's too much. You need to slow down and not allow other energies to come, because already you're picking up and you're way more sensitive than you were. So I just want to explain, because this has never happened for me before either. So I don't want, normally when you work with chakras, you go from the root and then have the energy go up. Okay. And in the case of Aisha, it wasn't that way. Right away, when I got in her energy, it wanted to go from the third eye down, and I knew something was different. I hadn't done that before. And then, you know, again, all of this is, no matter if you're reading records or what, it's trusting the intuition. So I did what they said and I worked it that way. And it wasn't until the end and I had closed up that I got the download that it was just allowing her walk in to come in. So again, what does that mean? It's a label. It's like this big thing. I mean, for her personally, it's been a huge week, right? Because it's accepting that she's changing. But I also think, like, even if we talked about how she was drawn to me, and then I look at who helped me understand that it's all, oh, and this is the other weird thing. Remember I told you guys the woman that told me about walk-ins to begin with, she disappeared. And then I started questioning, was she real? She came back and had a session with me the day before Aisha's. And I was like, feeling so grateful that I had that validation that she still existed. She was going through some really deep stuff and had to go in. But it also gave me the trust to know that this, when we met, when Aisha and I met, that it was safe to allow her to come forward. So it's interesting that in this energy, when you are able to recognize another, all I did was just help her to see herself, right? Like there's nothing that anyone can do that you're not ready to have and to accept. So yeah, I think it's just like being coming out of a cocoon, really, and understanding that things will be different, and like that's beautiful, right? I mean, that's beautiful.
Yes, thank you for explaining that very eloquently, whereas I feel like I was just like throwing random words at you guys. But yes, this is where I'm at. So maybe now that I've shared, I'll just like dump what I'm feeling into the group sometimes, like, because I do think I need that support right now. And I talk to my partner a lot about everything, but this is just something, it's like, how would he wrap his brain around this? Like, it's enough for him when I tell him I'm going to try to find UFOs, you know, but this is like next level. So I need, you know, I just, it's nice to have you guys and just be able to, you know, use the group chat to express how I'm feeling, because I'm feeling new. It's good and it's weird, but it's exciting. So yay.
We also found this week that usually a walk-in happens when there's a name change, which is interesting because you guys know her name is Alicia, but she changed it to Aisha, remember? Because that was what her soul was aligned to. And
yeah,
I also found that my walk-in actually happened when I was 18. It didn't just happen when I thought it happened a year ago, or it was when I changed my name. And then funnily enough, Ashton asked about my name this week. So I sent her to that. I wanted her to explore the numerology in her name because there's a reason she's asking about it. You know, like everything has a thread of energy that there's a reason you're attracted to getting to the bottom of something. And it's just each of us are here to help each other birth that out. So I mean, you know, we're all here. I'm here, they're here. Now everybody knows.
Yeah, I think I was gonna say, it's cool because a lot of things I wanted to discover, like I actually think I'm gonna cancel my galactic Akashic reading. I have no desire, because when I feel like I would say I feel like, no, I already know. And even if I don't know the particulars, I just want to know what my soul wants me to know right now. And that connection is strong. And I'm like not wanting at all to like go externally at the moment. So yeah, it's interesting, but anyways, that's
and also just know, like, have compassion for the parts of you that will want that confirmation as you go, right? Like it ebbs and flows like everything in life. I mean, I was thinking about this today and how so many people are drawn to having their records read, because especially when you start the path, you want confirmation that what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? And in that, I had a session with this woman, Debbie Solaris, this week, and it seems that a lot of people are pulling away from giving that direction because we have to find it in ourselves. And she's not going to be doing any more readings. And then we were talking about Kat Fowler, which is how I heard of Debbie. And she also is not doing that anymore. And I think obviously you have to feel what is right for you. But if people become overly reliant on you, I think you will get to the point where you're like, they need to learn how to find it for themselves. And that's, you know, it's a process, dude. It is a process. But like in my reading, all the things that she said, I would say I pretty much knew. There wasn't anything, I can't remember if there may have been one thing that she said that I was like, what? but everything else kind of aligned. And you know what's funny is that back in May, Anne sent me a text on Facebook about the Andromedan galaxy, and she was saying to me, like, I think this is where we're from. And I was like, I didn't even read it. I mean, I think I scanned it, but I didn't. And yeah, it was true.
Cool.
So it's like, how deep do you want to go into the rabbit hole, or do you want to find it inside as it's meant to be revealed? So I think what you're saying, yeah, makes sense. And it may be too much for you now, because I mean, I remember in that moment of, do I even say this word to her? Because I don't want to be the one to have to share that with you. For me, I felt it so deeply that I knew myself, and then I got confirmation afterwards. But it's a label, and what does it mean? It's just a label.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you anyways for bringing that new label out in me, because it was definitely incredible. And yeah, I'm glad I asked for help. I've never had energy work done before, and it was like literally life-changing. So thank you.
I want to go to Susan, because Susan's been doing some stuff. Let's talk to her.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. A lot's happened, I guess. And Alicia or Aisha, your name is coming up as Alicia now on Zoom.
Yeah, I'm using my work account. So
Oh, okay. So I'm like, is she Aisha or Alicia?
I
Is it
know.
both
That's
now?
the eternal question.
Okay. Only because I did the names and I'm like, I know everyone's names now.
Yeah.
But Aisha instantly was like, she's a different person when I saw you when I opened up. So
Really?
yeah, I was like, where is Aisha? No, but like the same person, but like a different version of yourself.
Yeah, that's
Feel it very strong the minute I saw you, but I thought maybe you got your hair done, or you got your I don't know, I thought you did something different. So I was like, okay, that makes sense now.
okay, good.
But like in a beautiful, grounded way. You felt very grounded is what I felt.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
I
That's
feel so
nice to hear.
yeah, I don't know, but I didn't know you guys did the session, do the walk-in, so I'm like very curious about this. I'm not exactly sure
Well, the truth
how
is
you know
that,
if you're walking.
yeah, it's never happened. That's never happened when I've worked in someone's energy before. So I was clear to make sure she knew that. But it's, for me, it depends on what the soul wants to show me and move through, right? Like the day before that, I did a session with Mina, and it was completely different. It was a soul retreat.
Yeah.
There was a piece of her that needed to be reunited with her current body. But I think personally, especially if you're called to energy work, no matter who it's with, follow the thread, follow the vibration, because that person is going to be the key for your lock to open it up. And that's why I don't ask people to help them. I just, when she talked last week about that pressure there, I knew, like, because that had just happened with me. So I knew it was the same vibration. And then I put out the invitation and just let her decide if she was ready for it. But I don't, like, my personal opinion is, if someone's that does this work is calling to you, they will have the key for you, whatever it is that needs to happen. Also, I would say that, this is just like the Akashic records, in that it's practice and it's trusting the process. And also for me is that I know this is why I'm here partially, right? Like I don't do Akashic readings, and that's not my thing, right? Like I just don't, it's not why I'm here. But this work, it's easy for me to do because I can feel it and I just let it flow through. But again, it's not for everyone. And I know I've worked on people, like, especially when we were practicing, when I was learning, remembering this work, she ended up leaving our program because she was offended how deep I went into her. So that was my first time doing it. So I didn't know, I just was going with what I felt, and she felt like in a way violated. So that's why I know that do not go work with anyone until you feel that call. And in that way, it's kind of like plant medicine. You have to feel the magnetic draw to that person's energy to know it's the right fit. Otherwise, you may feel violated by someone going into your energy.
Yeah. That's interesting. But anyway, I'll just say that.
But I want to talk to you, Susan, is that
You
I
do?
feel like so many people have been telling me what an amazing reading they're having with you. And I just want to celebrate that. Like, I know that, and I said this to, I forget who I was talking to, it might've been April, like nobody knows what's going on the other side of this. Like Susan's doing work, like she's in it, right? And she's letting it come through. And I think also knowing that you've been doing this work, like that's what I'm saying. This has been your work for a while. You just got the Akashic Records version of it, but it's not something new to you.
Yeah. I know. I feel like it's hard to talk about myself, but I don't know. It's been a journey. It's been a journey, and it's like I don't even know what to say, to be honest. It just kind of feels like it's outside of myself a bit. Like I just don't really have a reaction to it. It's just happening, and it's happening. It's happening, and it's actually really nice. I'm getting like good feedback that feels really validating. And today's the first day I felt like it's not that I didn't get positive feedback, but I got feedback from a person that said, I just didn't like what you said. And I was like, well, that's great. I need to hear this, but it wasn't me that said it. So
You're like,
I just wasn't sure what to say. And it kind of taught me that some people, this is going to be their medicine to kind of push back a little bit on me. And I need to remember that Aya ceremony, that I had to find Judy's strength, and I felt like that came back today really quick. And that there was a reason why I had to be in so much fear, because I had to find the healer strength in me. What was that? Remember that?
Like feeling that what it feels like to go through that fear state, so that you can empathize with it. I got it.
Yeah, it was like really, today was like really real. And so I had to protect myself a bit more. And I feel like that's what the crows are about. But like, it brought me back to the Aya ceremony, because I definitely kept calling in Judy, who was leading the ceremony, her energy today, because I could feel that I needed to know her and see her. Like you said, it just was like something I had to feel about her strength to kind of strengthen myself to any criticism or maybe like somebody's doubts, because it played with my head a little bit today. And I was like, okay, that's weird. How am I going to go forward this week with all my readings? I don't know. I'm losing a little bit of confidence from that. But I realized that what I told her was, you have the answer. And I feel like she didn't want to hear that she has the answer. And we kind of talked about this today a bit. And I felt that very strong when you said that. I think that was a huge message, was everyone has the answer. It's just I'm validating what you already know. And sometimes people want the answer from spirit, from me. And spirit won't give it to them right away, because they need to learn that.
Yeah.
And that was just what I had to go through today. And it was like really difficult, because I was just like, wow, that was just a weird reaction to, I thought, a very healing process for not only her, but for me, because I thought that that's what she needed. It felt like I heard what I needed to hear at the same time. So yeah. So anyway, confirmation that we all, need healers to help us tap into that part of us, but we also don't, like we can find it within ourselves. So it's a little bit of both, but we need each other. We need each other, and we're all just versions of each other, and we're just validating what we might feel doubt and fear about. So that came in really strong today. And I guess I felt like I had to share that.
I mean, in a way, it's kind of just holding the space for them to see it in themselves, right? Like in that way, just helping the energy or helping that message to land. Maybe it's always been there, but they don't accept it, or
Yeah.
yeah.
And then when people don't want to accept it, it comes out kind of ugly.
Yeah.
Because that's what I felt today.
Yeah.
So.
And I even think, because like I told you, my first time doing this, what I do, it was terrible. I mean, I didn't know. We did the whole session. I didn't know there was a problem. But then after that, the aftermath was not so great. And I felt like, holy shit, I didn't know. I was just doing the steps, and and my teacher went into the energy and she said, no, you did everything you were supposed to do. There was nothing that you did that wasn't aligned with what I've taught you. And it was just too much for her. And she didn't want to be confronted with that part of herself. And then, in that case, in this case of this woman, she's a healer too. And she's been on this path way longer than me. She decided she didn't want to continue, but then I think I went through this process of there's a reason that we were matched together. There's a reason that the interaction happened. And maybe she had been taking too many classes and needed to be on her own, and that was something that came through with my teacher. Is she's been doing this for many, many, many years, and she maybe doesn't need classes anymore. So you never know what the reason is. But I think, yeah.
I felt like I didn't need to know the reason, and I just kind of feel good now. Like I'm just gonna respond to her, but I'm just gonna hold like a loving space for her so that she heals from what she felt, because I really felt it was a healing. Even this interaction that I'm having is part of the healing, even though she doesn't feel it right now. I definitely feel like something is moving in her. I can almost like see it. So I hope this is just part of it. It's just part of the process. Yeah.
I think too, it's trusting yourself, even when you knowing that you did what you were here to do. You let spirit work through you. Your personality really has no choice in the matter, right? So it's like trusting.
Yeah, I've kind of just let go now. It's just happening, so it's okay. At first I was kind of scared, but I feel like I think all the validation is great, and I appreciate all that, so that's good.
That's amazing. I want to talk, I was looking at the time, but we have some time. April, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I was just, what came to mind when Susan was talking, when I had a practice session with a member of our group. I asked a question, and when she said that she wasn't getting anything on that specific question, I was like, you know what? I kind of expected that, because it seems like Spirit hadn't been giving me a direct answer up to that point. And so I really wasn't surprised that I wasn't getting a direct answer then either, because I was like, because I had the impression that I was supposed to either the time wasn't right for an answer, or that I was supposed to figure it out. So yeah, I was just thinking about the difference there in holding it kind of lightly, as opposed to, Susan's client who took it really hard. Because I know sometimes, maybe if it had been about a different subject, I would have been really connected to an answer or an outcome. But with this particular question, it was, I had a feeling that Spirit wouldn't say anything.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting too, that you already asked the question and you got the same answer from someone else? Yeah, it's just, we can push and push, but if it's not time to know, it's not time to know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How are you doing? Are you still giving readings? How would it?
Okay, gosh, I had So I do have like the bookings have definitely slowed down. I guess because we were instructed to only offer the first 15 or 10 free, and then we had to start charging as part of the assignment. And so now that I don't know if this is part of it, but now that I've had to go from free to $10, like the bookings have really slowed down and I only have one. But again, just the motivation like completely drained out of me. Like, 'cause I had expressed last time, I felt like all my eggs were in this one basket. I wanted it to be the thing. And then after I found out that I wasn't maybe just naturally gifted, like I felt Susan was, and other people in the group, I was a little devastated. But from Susan's reading, what I had taken from that is that, I already explained to you last time that it's meant to be a windy path, and like all these tools are meant to be just more things in my toolkit, and that it will all eventually tie together and make sense. And so, yeah, I really took that to heart, and because I didn't really feel maybe even all that more comfortable in it. Yeah, I'm just holding that very loosely as well. I had signed up for a evidential mediumship program before the Akashic Record Level 2, because again, I'm always constantly searching for the next thing. But because of my reading with Susan and the struggle I was feeling of not finding my thing, I was like, you know what? This time I'm just going to go into it with no expectations. It's just going to be another tool in my toolkit. I'm not going to think that this is the thing and then be devastated when it's not. But so yeah, I went through that program, and it's cool in that there's going to be continued practice within the group. So hopefully, maybe that will turn out to be something that I can end up offering to people. But if not, then, oh well. Yeah. Other than that, I had worked on a book. I had released a book in 2019, and it was just an ebook. And like this whole time I've had issues getting like the cover art ready and everything done and like the interior formatted. But it all came together where today, finally, I was able to approve that. And so hopefully that will be available soon. So I just feel like that's been like this years-long project that's finally, I don't know, I feel like Mercury retrograde has been treating me pretty well. Like today has actually felt like a healthy emotion, like an emotional forecast. It's actually been a pretty sunny day. So it's been nice. Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of heaviness today. And so it's been a very welcome reprieve.
I just want to say, April, because I don't know if you heard yourself say this, but you said, I just did an ebook, and I'm just going to stop you there because I think that's amazing. I've never written a book, and I'm sure you guys have never written a book. Like, and I think you have 2 books, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Really, I want you to
But
understand that.
it's easy to just downplay it because it's not through a legitimate publisher. Like it's all been self-published. And so I think it has like that label of vanity publishing. And so it's like, no one else thought it was good enough that I had to go ahead and do it myself.
But the energy that it takes to put a book together is what is the real
Gosh,
thing.
my opinion of anyone who self-publishes has completely changed, because before I might have been tempted to think it was a vanity project, like they just wanted to see their name on a cover. But after having gone through the process, it's like kudos to you. You saw it through. It was this huge undertaking. You had to have so much, I don't know, belief in this final project to see it through. Yeah, it's been wow, it's been crazy. So I don't even care if the book is crap. Like, wow, kudos to you. You did it.
Hey, now say kudos to me.
Yeah, I know. Stop saying you.
Say me. Say kudos to me. Say
Yeah.
that. But for
Kudos to me.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think maybe I put this in the afterword of my book, or maybe I didn't, but when I was writing the last words of my book, I felt so emotional. I felt like Rocky in the movie where he's like climbed the steps and he's like there, like, and he's turning around. I was like crying because there was like the synchronicity of this really fabulous song was playing at the same time. It felt like it all came together and it was so beautiful. And yeah, so I've had the ebook out for a while, which reminds me that, you know, on Goodreads, there's only 2 reviews, and like, I think there's only 1 review, and that's one I wrote for myself for my own book. But then there were some star ratings, and there were only like 2 ratings, and I think one was mine, and then the other one was like a 3-star review with like no explanation, maybe like 2 or 3 or 1. All I know is that it was devastating for me to have this 1 or 2-star rating, and without any explanation why. It's like, but so again, I have felt just so proud of myself, and it was a healing. I called it writing therapy. Just like, if no one else read it, I honestly didn't care it in that moment because I needed to have written it for me. And so was really, really happy about that.
So, hey, April, you know how you're like looking around and you're looking for the thing? What if that's the
I
thing?
know, that's what I'm thinking. Writing.
Yeah, naturally.
I love writing. I do. I think it's fun.
See, I don't. So there's a gift for you.
It's just like, I feel like with being the projector, I do respond better to having invitations. So for example, Medium, they had a contest. And so I took that as my invitation as a projector. Okay, here's something to write about. They gave you writing prompts. And so, you know, I'm still holding out hope that I won the grand prize for the contest. But I'll let you guys know when I find out. So that being said, if anyone like has a writing project or they're looking for a co-author or something, hit me up.
I invite you to share the book with me, please, April. So I will actually buy it.
Okay.
I'm inviting you.
Well, so there is the ebook version, but it was very basic. And then this one that will be coming out in the print version, it's much prettier. I like it. So I think it's going to be nice.
Oh, Tiffany's phone is about to die. I think in this whole conversation though, April, like what the thread that comes through is that you're not seeing the gifts that you have. It's a huge gift that you have, right? And it's like, I mean, I'm speaking for everyone here. I don't think any of us have that gift. And it's honoring that part of you because it's amazing.
Well, it's just like when you consider it, when you call it a gift, it's like, I think it is a gift to myself because I have found so much clarity and emotional processing through writing. But I would just love I would love to find the thing that I can help other people with. And I don't know if it's just because there's not enough, I don't have a lot of publicity with my work. But I just don't feel like it's connected and helped anybody. So in that way, I don't know that you could call it a gift because I don't know. No one's reading it. So I don't know.
Well, I'm just going to say this. By the creation of the energy that you created to get it out, that's a gift. Even if it's just a gift to your soul, right? It's like letting go of the attachment of who it affects outside of you, but it was a gift to you. And then it's like when you don't have the attachment to caring what anyone thinks, the writing's gonna just keep growing and getting deeper because you don't care. That's, I mean, I have put my whole life in this forum. I don't care. Like I had to let go of anyone. I do not care. And I know we've talked about that too. It's like, are you ready to embrace that side of you on social media? I forget who mentioned that last time, but the truth is we all have to get to the point of we don't care about the box that you've been put in. Just let your freak flag go, because that's what's going to draw people to you, the authenticity of you.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of going with the flow, and whatever I feel like doing that day. If it's writing an article on Medium, I'll do that. If it's updating my website, I'll do that. I mean, I'm just kind of, I think that's really cool right now that I'm just able to, I'm blessed with the ability to do that, where I can kind of do what I want right now. So,
yeah. And I would say to honor that, because again, I feel the same way. I don't know how long this is going to last, but I'm enjoying every minute of it while it does. Because who knows? We don't know what's coming, right? And I know that, like, I don't think my life will be this way forever. So I'm just really sinking into this time that I have for this growth in myself. So that's beautiful. Yeah. Thank you for sharing, April.
yeah, no problem.
Thank you. I would say Andrea or Kat, do either of you want to check in? Because we haven't seen you or heard from you in a while. No, no. And both no? Okay. Oh, wait, Andrea's coming in.
So I don't really have much to say. I think I've always said the same thing, so I'm still in the same spot that I was months ago. Kind of, feeling unmotivated. It's life.
No, that's not life.
Well, it's my life right now, I guess.
Yeah.
That's also something to say, honestly, like when you feel like you have nothing to give, nothing to offer, literally you just being in this space and like offering what you don't have to us is something. Like
yeah, that's sweet.
Something,
It's true. Your energy is here.
Yeah. Well, I'll say something for you since you're not finding the words for yourself. We are in the Greenwater Serpentines together, which I always love saying the name of our group. It sounds like this like female superhero club or something, but I just love Andrea's energy. I think I know you know this, but you are one of those people that has I feel like everyone just wants to, when you talk, or even when you're just like sitting here on camera, you pop up, it's this feeling of like, oh, you're here. You just have this great energy about you, and maybe you feel like you aren't offering enough, but literally just like your energy is very palpable and extremely positive. So I feel that all the time in our personal group and even just having you on this call. So I guess I feel the need to speak up for you, and like you just being here is like really something. So
Yeah,
I have to second that,
yeah.
Andrea. Yeah, you're just like, I think I felt it from the first time I met you. You have so much light, and people are drawn to you. And just by being, and you're a fantastic listener, and just you listening to all of us is so cathartic for all of us. And I think that's just so deep. So I think there's a lot to be said without saying anything. It's okay.
That's so heavy, but it's true. I mean, I think too, like we've talked about this. I think you're in exactly the job that you have right now because you do bring light to that space. And sometimes energy moves through you without you needing to know what's happening. It's just your being there brings so much light. It's just like marrying your ego to who you really are, right? Like right now it's like you're holding back from embracing that part of you, but it's such beautiful light.
Can we do a group hug? Like, just hug each other. Just feel like hugging everybody. That's so cute.
Every time I see you guys, I just feel like, so I think like at it such a deep level, there's medicine that we each bring to each other. We don't even know, we don't even realize what's happening when we get this group together. And I know that it's nurturing and feeding each of us in our own unique ways that we need that nourishment.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Well, did we get an update from Kat?
Oh, she said no. I don't want to force. I feel like I'm a bad
I guess I should actually say something instead of hiding. I actually spoke to Megan on her birthday. So when she was driving, and I didn't even say happy birthday. I got so excited about talking to my sister. I was just like, la la la. She has a great idea, just by the way. So I would like to invite her to share that next time. She's thinking about an epic dance like group thing with us, like a static dance thing. So that would be fun with Megan to do that.
She mentioned it last time. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm really excited. So because she's a projector, I'm inviting her. So but I guess with the projector thing, April and you as well, G and Megan, we're very similar in the way that we just want everything, we want to taste a bit of that, and we want to taste a bit of that, and we want to taste a bit of that. And whatever I was saying to Megan, she was like, yeah, because you're just like me, I want to do that too, like, so in the way of like breath work and yoga and the list just goes on, and it's sort of like there's so much goodness and amazingness out there that we want to just taste a little bit of everything. So yeah, I think I've been a bit like that as well, April, in just looking for that thing, but yeah, the importance of kind of slowing down. I sort of, during the COVID lockdown here, we've been locked down for the last few months, and there was no yoga. And another thing that you said, Aisha, about looking in yourself and just, being able to deal with just yourself and not looking for all those things outside of yourself. I feel like I really need to do that, because sometimes like things fall off, like if yoga falls off and meditation falls off, and then bad eating and all these little things that you do daily, if those little things fall off, then all of a sudden I just crumble. So thank you girls for all your love and support through my shady times. But I'm feeling so much better and so much lighter. I sort of seem to be, getting it like back on an even keel now. So thank you all so much. So good to see you all.
Thank you for sharing your Care Bear hair and Care Bear energy.
Actually found some other old things, and I found a Rainbow Bright doll and a little Twix doll. Anyone remember them?
Oh my God, I love Rainbow Bright.
Yeah. The stars and the horse. Oh, I recently found them, so I'll bring them to the next meeting.
I love it. Well, we should probably get a picture in our chat too of those. You know what I used to love is the strawberry shortcake dolls because the hair smelled like, oh God, so perfect. I loved it.
I haven't thought about that for so long, but me too. I think I was obsessed with
I know.
shortcake. Okay, well, can I share one more thing before we go? After my big transition, I know I have to have a plan to transition out of my corporate career, and I want to. It's just scary, but who cares? And so I went to the top of this mountain. It was really cool because I was like up there just really thinking about everyone and connecting with everyone, which I love. But I got this idea because you know how I was doing farmers markets and mushrooms this past summer. Well, next summer, I think I'm gonna get a camper van and turn it into like a legit like mystic van with like curtains. Like I'm gonna spend the winter working on it, and I'm gonna drive to farmers markets and just do like on the spot like astrology readings for people. That's what I'm gonna do next summer. It's kind of like this crazy idea, but I was like, whatever, that would be so fun to bring people. I might even get a crystal ball, who knows?
I love that you have the courage to do it. Oh my God.
Yeah, totally. So that's like my big fun idea for next summer.
And then I also wanted to say, because you made a comment how you're in the wilderness looking for aliens. Are you doing the C5 or C5 Connect?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he just posted on Gaia it's like a seminar all about it. So I'm on like episode 2, and you had to pay like upgrade to get the on-demand workshops, but I'm going to try to see if I can share the links with you guys in the group. So I'm going to share the first episode with you guys because he's going in depth on how we connect. I'm excited.
That's exciting.
Yes. And then I was like, God, I wish I lived in Canada.
Oh yeah, there's actually like 10, I think I said this, there's people in my small town and I've been DMing them on that app like, hey, when you want to meet up? But like, you probably live right next door to me, but so far no one's gotten back to me.
Same here. There's I think 4 people in my city, and I sent him and the one that's trying to organize it, I sent him a message after I watched the first episode. And I was like, dude, I'm watching this show now. So when are we getting this together? I'm seeing if he replied, because I'm like, I'm ready. No, he did.
So Gabrielle, you can do it yourself. You guys can just do it
know.
yourself. The
Yeah.
C5. So my friend recently did it in Arizona and had the craziest aliens come in. It was just wild, like wild. But she did it with one other woman, but I definitely felt this energy, and I feel like I've been doing it myself. So if you want to do it yourself and you don't have to wait for a group, because I can't find a group here, I just don't feel like getting a group. I think we can all do it individually and talk about our experiences.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
We can start a separate group about who's into this.
Yeah, let's start a little sub-alien group.
Yes.
If anyone is actually up for it, I'll send the link in Facebook, but there's this woman I follow on Facebook and she posts like channelings, and they all feel very like light to me. Like they're all very aligned and very good. But she posted one by the Arcturians, and it was like a cellular activation. And so they were saying they were inviting those reading the channeling to ask for it. Obviously you have to ask for their help, but it's like a cellular upgrade. And I was reading it right before bed, and I was like, for sure I'm going to do this. So I laid there, and it was right before bed. I called them in and read the activation and everything. I fell asleep within like 4 minutes, but the type when you're in like meditation and you're just out, right? Because that's what is needed. But before I did, I have this, I had like a period of back spasms. And since then, the muscles in my back have been like completely seized up for like 2 years. And when I was laying there, I called them in. I definitely felt like surrounded in their presence, the same way you would when you call in like your spirit team or something. And that part of my back completely like, not vibrated, but like, zzz. That's how I explain it. It literally was like zapped and I fell asleep right away. But I noticed in the next couple of days when I got up, like my back is completely, I know, that sounds crazy, but I don't even care. I'm just saying it. The Arcturian fixed my back.
They fixed it. Yay.
Anyways, I'll send it to you guys because why not do it? It was a fun
I
experience.
want to get it. I just sent you guys all the link to the first episode. So let me know if it works and then I'll send, they're like an hour and a half each. So I'll send them as you guys go.
Sweet.
Well, okay, I'm ready to close. So I just want to say, you guys, thank you so much for your energy. I love all of you. I know you guys all love each other and you love me, and it's just a big love mush. So thank you. And we'll see each other in 2 weeks.
Bye guys. Love you all.